Now, you've picked on the Guardian's front page to start off with, and it's really the photograph that's drawn your attention.
We love the artwork, basically. They've got a really good designer in.
Not so bad.
Not so bad. And on a, frankly,
Chapel.
a pretty slow news day, it's kind of, you know, it's a grabbing image. The fact is that nothing happened, or there was a ballot, and we saw that wonderful black smoke. I mean, I think for those of us who remember the previous occasions when we've looked at that smoke, is it white, is it black? It was wonderfully black. So
and
so much of it. And so all that, you know, this was the most photographed chimney in the world today, and it came up with a negative result, and I'm sure we'll see many more shots of that chimney in the days ahead. Yes, the Express went on this angle yesterday, and I think some of us sort of slightly poo-pooed it, but it's running, everyone's running with it today, or most people are running with it. Now, this quote that comes from the Queen, that they're not sure what's the matter with me, which is what's given this, you know, given rise to this bafflement. It's something she said as she walked into an event last night, and, you know, the cameras just caught it and people have turned the sound up. I have to say, she says it in a way that she doesn't feel terribly threatened by it. It's not as though she's losing sleep about it. I think one person today had a nice phrase for it, which is she doesn't like to go out because she's too far away from her home comforts. I think what that means, if you've had gastroenteritis, you need a sort of confidence factor that you're not going to get some, how can I say, sort of caught short. So that may be what's behind all this. But simultaneously, we've had these release of these images of the Queen from a TV documentary, and we get a look inside Balmoral, and maybe as we get more editions later, we can look at some of those pictures. But
it's not how you picture a palace.
It's not how you picture a palace. No,
we're back to that Tupperware, the Mirror journalist.
It's how you imagine visiting your granny, isn't it? Which
is
probably the way it should be. Well, it all goes to these consultations. You know, quite often the government says we're going to do something, but we'll have a consultation first, and you'll see, yeah, that's just a waste of time. You've really decided already. But what we seem to hear is actually either they haven't decided, or they haven't actually thought it through enough before they start the consultation. So they have the consultation. They said, oh, actually, consultation tells us isn't a very good idea. So, but when it's actually the Prime Minister's, if not his idea, certainly his initiative in the first place, it kind of looks, well, how did this get so far down the line before you're now turning around? I mean, some of his other U-turns have been, you know, blamed on other ministers, but this one is actually quite closely associated with him.